Could Huzur tell us the story of Taj Mahal?
Taj Mahal. It's very good. Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan in memory of his wife. Right? Whom he loved dearly. He wanted to create a monument in memory of his beloved queen, which would be unequaled in the world from then on forever. And for this, the best architects were involved, and the best artists who could envision such a thing were involved. This building, Taj Mahal, is a standing ovation, pays a standing ovation to all those who were involved. The art at that time had reached such heights. The vision of a monument which would have no equal must have been, the monument which has no equal must have been envisioned by people who themselves had no equal of theirs. Otherwise, this monument could not be created. Amazing thing, how in that old age some things have been achieved which even the modern scientists, architects and artists can neither design nor create. It's not just a claim apparently, but you have to go there to see that it is not just a claim, it is a reality, throwing challenge to the whole world. Come and create something like me. Looking at the picture of Taj Mahal, one simply cannot understand why it is lauded so highly in the world. But fortunately, as I visited it myself, then I realized that everything about it was a miracle. First of all, in the science of architecture, the place where a building is to be built is the most important beginning factor. The place should be very commanding. It should be seen from far and wide. And the monument or the building should stand out perfectly. And also it should be built, if possible, by the side of a river. Because rivers in those days were a part of artistic creations, as they are even today. So this site was chosen by the architect. And in the entire area you cannot beat that site. It's impossible to choose another one like this. Then as you enter the Taj Mahal and you begin to see it from close quarters, then you see the work of handicraft, so refined, so well proportioned, so minute, that one wonders who the hands were, to whom the hands belonged, did this work. And then the ratios, the proportion of the base of the higher platform, yet another higher platform. These are well calculated things which are so proportionate that the scientists who have worked on Taj Mahal are amazed to find these proportions, while the visitor just casts a casual glance. He likes the beauty but does not know why. So there's so many things which were fresh in my memory when I returned from Taj Mahal many years ago, and I could have described Taj Mahal much better then would have done so. But unfortunately, Salima was not there to ask this question. I video recorded everything and also took pictures from my own camera. I don't know where this material is to be found, but if I'll find out, I'll try to find out. If it's available, during one of the sessions in future, we'll show some of them, so that people can see for themselves.
Some people say that if you dream of Taj Mahal, then you'll go to paradise. Is this true?
If I hear from them, only then I'll know whether it's true or not.
The ones who've gone?
Yes.
We have seen that in the Islamic prayer there are different positions and different postures within the prayer. What is the philosophy of these postures regarding their relationship to the previous religions?
I think I have already explained it so many times, but for your sake I'll do it again. All the postures during worship which have been adopted by various people in the world have been combined in Muslim prayer. You cannot conceive of any posture which has not been combined in Muslim prayer, the style or the way you perform your prayer. Some people during their worship stand erect like this, some stand like this, some raise their hands during worship, and some keep their hands raised. Some bow, half bow. Some, as I said, stand up and leave their hands open. Some prostrate, some sit, and I can't conceive of any other posture which is found in the worship of other religions and not found in the worship, the style of worship in Islam. Now if you survey the whole world, you can be the best judge yourself that this is true.
I have learned that this question comes from France. The person said that I've learned that in many Islamic countries, Christians and Jews are allowed to practice their faith but not to preach. So what does Islam say about this?
Whatever you possess, you have, whatever faith you possess, you have a right to preach. The right to preach cannot be denied to any human being. Moreover, it's impossible to deny the right to preach to anyone if others have a right to preach to him. If the Muslims appropriate the right to preach in some Islamic countries, when they will preach to a non-Muslim, what do they expect in answer? Will he not argue in favor of his belief? If he does not argue, then what is the purpose of preaching to some dumb and found person? And dumb and deaf person. Moreover, why don't they read the Holy Quran? The Holy Quran is so full of such verses as demand arguments from the non-believers in favor of their beliefs. I can't count the number of verses, but there's so many that it is impossible for a Muslim who reads the Quran to deny the right of anyone to present his case to others with argument. The Holy Quran refers to the Jews, to the Christians, to the believers in other faith. Hatu burhanakum. Bring your evidence. And they say no, they cannot bring their evidence. What sort of Muslims are they? They have totally distorted Islam out of shape.
What does Huzur think about the Jews for Jesus movement? those Jews who have recognized Jesus as the Messiah and who are preaching this news to the world.
It's rather late on their part, but it's good.